Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to be unpacking the best side hustle that you can be starting this year. And the best part about the side hustle is it's actually something that Derek, my business partner, and I started ourselves. If you're new to the channel, Derek and myself, Two Guys Build a Biz, are seven-figure entrepreneurs, and our business actually started as a side hustle way back in 2016. Initially, it was just a way for us to make a couple extra $1,000s every month, maybe take an extra trip, pay off our student loans a little bit faster, that type of thing. And after only a couple weeks, it turned into something that we realized could probably replace our full-time six-figure income and might be an escape route from the 9-to-5 life. Since then, we've grown it all the way to the seven-figure mark, and I'm really excited to share this with you today so you can understand how this business model can be amazing for yourself as well. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump into my computer, and let's break this down. All right, so the best side hustle that you can be starting this year is what is called an SMMA, or social media marketing agency. In simple terms, this is a business where you help business owners manage and scale the social media and turn it into revenue for their business. If you've ever seen a paid ad on the internet or any type of good social media following, it's probably run and handled by what is called a social media marketing agency. This is what Derek and I run ourselves, and it's a business that we've scaled to 7 figures per year. So let's talk about what we're going to uncover in this video. All right, so first of all, I'm going to explain our story of starting a social media marketing agency initially as a side hustle, and then it actually being an escape plan for us leaving our 9-to-5 jobs altogether. I'm going to break down the criteria of a good side hustle. I'm going to explain why SMMA, or the social media marketing agency, is the best side hustle, specifically from our own experience as well. I'm going to talk about the basics of high ticket prices and how you can get business owners to pay you tens of thousands of dollars per month just to do this. And then I'm going to explain where you can learn more and get educated on how to start this own type of business for yourself. Let's go. All right, so let's break down how Derek and I actually ended up starting our own social media marketing agency, because neither of us really had any experience in social media marketing or doing it for some type of business. We were totally inexperienced, and we jumped in with both feet, and it turned into something that was more profitable and awesome than we ever thought possible. So back in 2016, Derek and I were super burnt out in our 9-to-5 jobs. We actually hadn't seen each other in a while, and we didn't really know that the other was super burnt out. But I remember one morning I just had enough. I'd come back from a vacation, and my boss just started drilling me as soon as I walked back into the office and was asking all these questions about statuses on things. And I'll never forget, I just messaged Derek and I was like, hey, we should talk. And we caught up, and I mentioned that I was thinking about starting a business and that we should maybe do it together. Long story short, we did some investigation, and Derek actually uncovered the social media marketing agency model and brought it forward. We agreed that this could be a great way to make some money, and we started doing it. The rest is honestly history, because less than 2 weeks later, we had actually approached and closed our first client, paying us almost $3,000 per month just to manage their social media. And what I mean by manage social media is literally just posting to their social channels, making sure their Instagram and Facebook were up to date, and that comments were being responded to for $3,000 per month. And that was absolutely wild, because I remember at that time I had just closed a major client for the company that I worked for during the day, and my commission on a deal that took like a year to close was $3,000. And granted, I had base pay and all that stuff, so it wasn't like I was hurting for money or anything like that. But when I saw that we closed a client after 2 weeks of effort for what made me the same amount of money as something that took me a year in my current profession, why would I stay there? So Derek and I got super excited, and we actually set a quit date for June 1st to see if we could build the business to the point that we replaced our income by June 1st of the next year. Admittedly, we came up a little bit short, but we decided when that date came around that we should stick to it and quit our jobs anyways. And we did. And if you actually go back to the older videos in this channel, you can actually see the day we quit our job video, all that stuff documented on this very YouTube channel. But the key thing that we realized was that anybody could start a social media marketing agency. In talking with business owners, we realized that this was a service that they actually didn't want to be doing themselves. They wanted to focus on running their actual business. In this case, that first client was a screen printer. She wanted to be meeting with clients, printing shirts, all that good stuff. She didn't want to be making sure that her Instagram was up to date. And this is so true for pretty much every business owner out there. I would say 90 to 95% of business owners don't want to be social media gurus. Don't get me wrong, there are those business owners out there that just love social media and already are doing a great job, but we're not really trying to sell to those. We're looking for the people that need help, and 95% of them need our help. And it's been incredibly effective. Ever since then, we've been able to build a team. We've got an amazing culture at our company now, and we've been able to scale it all the way to making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. The real magic of SMMA, though, is that it wasn't the first business that Derek and I started. We tried starting a bunch of different businesses before we decided to go in on something together, and all of them failed because we just couldn't get them up and running. They weren't profitable enough from the get-go, or there was too much capital needed and too much knowledge needed, too high of a barrier of entry, in other words, and it just never got off the ground. Whereas when we started our SMMA, or social media marketing agency, we were already making money 2 weeks into it, which is just absolutely nuts. The reality is that's because SMMA is just a great side hustle to start. It's a great business to start online. It fits a couple key criteria that Derek and I looked at when deciding to start a new business. First of all, the business needs to be able to make enough money to make it worth the effort. It needs to be something that you can learn or is easy to learn in your spare time. Also, if you're working a day job, it needs to be something that you can fulfill on and deliver services for in your spare time. That is, until you decide to bring a team on board or maybe leave your job altogether. It needs to require minimal work to get set up. When Derek and I were first getting started, we were both six-figure earners. I was actually traveling 3 out of 4 weeks a month, going and visiting clients and doing other stuff related to my day job, which meant that I had like zero time to get something up and running. If we could do it, you can do it. Additionally, we don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. We don't want to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get started. We got our agency started for less than $250 US. And most importantly, we want to make sure that we're starting something that is based on the value when it comes to our earnings versus an hourly rate. Otherwise, we'll always be boxed into our cost per hour versus the value or the ROI that we're bringing to a business. To give you an example, we've got a client right now that we've made millions of dollars. And because we are value-based, that means that we put tens of thousands of dollars into our bank account every single month. So let's talk about why SMMA really fits these criteria and what makes it the best side hustle. The first thing is that you already know more than the average business owner who's looking to make better use of social media. As of 2021, something like 82% of marketers and business owners understood the value of social media, but the skill set continues to rise in demand and need in the market. This means that more and more business owners are looking for help and they're willing to pay more, and the demand on those skills continues to increase, which means that the rates that we can charge every month continue to go up. We see total beginners charging thousands of dollars per month, but a safe number to start at is at least $1,000 per month for your first couple clients. And these days, our average client pays us between $10,000 and $15,000 US per month. It's also very easy, and there's a very low barrier of entry to actually learning skills that can pay you more and more dollars per month. You can learn through a course. We actually teach a course on how to start, grow, and scale a social media marketing agency and replicate the types of results that Derek and I have been able to achieve in our own business. It's called the SMMA Blueprint, and I'll link it down below. But you can also learn for free from channels like this on YouTube that educate on how to start, grow, and scale your own social media marketing agency. The only difference between YouTube and a course like the SMMA Blueprint is really just the amount of time that it takes to learn and a little bit more predictable path to success. It also requires very little upfront dollar investment. As I mentioned earlier, Derek and I got our business started for less than $250, and it's very realistic to think that you could do the same thing today. When you look at other business models, like say opening a Jimmy John's franchise, it's $500,000 to open the franchise. If you want to start a drop shipping business, you have to order hundreds, if not tens of thousands of dollars worth of inventory to shoot your content, to shoot your ads. It becomes very costly, and it's just difficult to get to that level of scale. Whereas with SMMA, because you're delivering a service, you can get started for almost no dollars at all. The real power move is starting an SMMA and then later using those skills to start another business if you choose to go that route. Otherwise, a lot of those other businesses actually need to hire social media marketing agencies and social media marketers to help them with their ads, help them with their social media, help them with their strategy. I always like to say that SMMA, or the social media marketing agency model, is the best first business to start online, specifically for those very reasons. As I mentioned earlier, when Derek and I were first getting started, we were super busy. I was traveling all the time. But the best part about SMMA is that the services can be delivered outside of business hours. Think about your content calendar or your content posts. You can use post schedulers to schedule them ahead of time. You can be scheduling them at 2 a.m. to go out for the next week during business hours, and nobody would ever know. Additionally, when you're making changes to ads or ad campaigns, all of that can be done outside of business hours. It makes no difference. So it's the perfect type of business that you can have a full-time day job and still execute and fulfill services for outside of business hours. And not only that, the demand for services is continuing to go up year after year. Over the last couple of years, the amount of ad spend in the United States, or the amount of dollars that businesses are investing in social media platforms to grow their revenue, increased by almost 25% in the past couple of years alone. This means that more and more businesses are beginning to spend on social media, and that they're understanding the value, and they need marketers to help them maximize those ad dollars. All of these advantages play into the hands and benefit of social media marketing agency owners. This is why 37% of all social media marketing agencies in the United States are making over $100,000 per year. So let's talk about the basics to high ticket prices. Anybody can get started with the social media marketing agency model and offer low ticket services like social media management and some basic advertising services. For those types of services, you can charge between $1,000 to $3,000 per month, which is an amazing place to get started. For some of you watching this video, that's probably more than you may have ever made in a month. For others watching this video, that might be a way that you could pay your mortgage or pay off your student loans or maybe your kid's school in far less time. These are high impact dollars, right? We're not selling an iPhone case or something for $10. We're selling a service that we can charge thousands of dollars per month for. That being said, as I mentioned earlier, Derek and I are charging between $10,000, $12,000 to $15,000 per month for clients we're working with today. So how do you get to those levels of prices? It really comes down to high ticket services. And these are core concepts that we teach in the SMMA Blueprint program. Really, it comes down to productizing and advancing your offer. You can tie different skills and different services together that increase the ROI that your clients are achieving. As an example, managing social media might help grow a community organically over time, but you can really strap a rocket ship to the timelines on those things if you're running ads and helping drive impact when it comes to direct sales. Additionally, you can help them set up things like ads to funnels with back-end automations through email that dramatically increase the ROI of the campaigns. A lot of business owners know that they should be doing this type of thing, but they have no idea how to set it up themselves. When you offer them a whole package of services that is proven to deliver an ROI, that becomes incredibly attractive, and business owners are willing to pay a very high ticket price because all of a sudden the perceived value on those services goes up much higher. This was really the secret from Derek and I moving from average retainers of roughly $3,000 per month to, the 10, 12, 15,000 per month retainers. Again, these are all concepts that we teach in the SMMA Blueprint program, linked down below. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We've got some really awesome videos coming in the next couple of weeks that are all related to digital entrepreneurship and social media marketing. I don't want you to miss out, so make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Additionally, if you got any questions or comments, let me know in the comments down below. It's been awesome getting to know everybody in the community through the last couple of videos. So now let's talk about where we can learn more. The reality is you absolutely don't need to go and buy a course to start a social media marketing agency. And I say that as somebody who offers a course. There's tons of places like YouTube, I like to call it YouTube University, where you can get educated and start learning this high value skill. It's a great place to start getting a feel for things. And in a second, I'm going to throw a couple other suggested videos up on the screen that you can view that'll help you continue your education and your journey. Keep in mind, YouTube is completely free, and it's an amazing place to learn these types of skills. The problem with YouTube is that it can be a little bit ad hoc. There's really no proven path through YouTube or proven formula that you can follow, and there's all kinds of different people on YouTube offering all sorts of different advice. What you're getting when you purchase a program like the SMMA Blueprint is a proven path to success. In the case of our course, we set it up in a specific order in a certain way to take somebody from a total beginner or even an experienced agency owner, teach them the skills that will pay dividends and the processes to save a ton of time and mitigate the risks that you experience when starting a business. The SMMA Blueprint is a top-rated program that really helps just shortcut a lot of those timelines when it comes to starting your agency. Again, you absolutely don't need a course, but it can be a really great way to save a ton of time on your agency journey. So that's what I have for you all today, and that's why the SMMA model is just simply the best side hustle that you can start this year. I speak from experience. This business is something that Derek and I got started with that we never thought would get to the level that it's gotten to today. It's completely changed our lives and not only got us out of the 9-to-5 rat race, but led to a lifestyle that we never in a million years would have dreamed possible. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're posting videos like this and other awesome stuff in the coming weeks, every single week. We'd love to have you as a part of the community. What questions do you have about SMMA or social media marketing or entrepreneurship in general? Let me know in the comments down below. A lot of these videos that we've posted over the last couple of weeks have actually come from questions from people in the community just like yourself. We're here to help, we're here to provide value, so every question you ask might turn into a future video. If you don't have any questions and you just found this valuable, let us know in the comments down below as well. Well, that's all I got for you today. We'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.